welcome back or welcome to my channel. If you're new, hi, I'm Cora. Make sure to check out the description box below for links to all of my social accounts as well as my website, corashay.com, and then hit the subscribe button as well.
I can feel your heart pound beating like a kick drum. Love it when I'm this drunk. Ooh, yeah, I can find fly.
Today we're going to be talking about the ways that you can spend less time cleaning. I have 8 very helpful tips for you, so keep watching if you are someone who is interested in spending less time cleaning. Tip number 1 is to make every room change efficient. This is something I've done for a long time and I didn't realize until it was pointed out to me. This is actually a very efficient thing to do and it helps cut down on the amount of time you spend actually cleaning. And so what this means is if you are cleaning something in the living room and you find a kid's toy or whatever and it needs to go up to their bedroom and you're going to bring it up, first off, grab everything else in the room that also needs to go to that bedroom. And then when you go up to that bedroom, before you go back down to the living room to finish cleaning the living room, do a quick visual sweep of the kids' room and say, is there anything that doesn't belong in this room? Does it belong in a room that I will pass on my way back to the living room? When you make those changes and the movement efficient, you're going to really cut down on the amount of time you just spend walking back and forth between places. To help with this, you can also use a laundry basket. That's what I use. It's just like an easy to hold laundry basket, and I fill it with things that don't belong in that room. Tip number 2 is to declutter your home. If you have less stuff in your house, you're going to spend less time cleaning that stuff. I have a blog post on 50 items to declutter as well as an 18-day decluttering challenge. I will link both of those below. Definitely check those out if you feel like you have too much clutter built up in your home. But seriously, this is life-changing. If you want to spend less time cleaning, then you just need to have less stuff in your house to clean. It also means that you'll have more open spaces to put the stuff you do have, so you spend less time kind of wiggling and trying to shove things into places where it doesn't really fit because it's too filled with stuff. Tip number 3 is kind of related to that, and that's to keep clutter out of your house in the first place. I also have a whole video on this. I'll link that below as well. Definitely go check that out if you're someone who finds yourself decluttering often. Because if you're constantly spending time decluttering, then you're still spending a lot of time cleaning and putting effort into your house that you could be putting effort into in other places of your life that you probably want to actually put effort into. So if you just don't let the clutter get into your house after you've decluttered, then that ends up saving you a lot of time in the long run, and it also saves you a lot of money as well, not adding things into your house that are going to ultimately just be considered clutter. Tip number 4 is to make a cleaning schedule. Example here, and if you don't clean your shower doors every single week, then the grime builds up. We all know that happens. You know, there's everything from the shower, the shampoo, conditioner, body wash, everything builds up into a grime. But if you just wipe it down every single week, it only takes you like 2 minutes. But if you wait a month or 2 months or 3 months to do that, the grime builds up so long and so deep that you spend so much more time cleaning it. In the long run, you're ultimately going to commit more time to cleaning it throughout the course of those 3 months if you have to spend 2 hours scrubbing it rather than if you just spent 2 minutes on it every single week. So that's how a cleaning schedule can really help you, is it just helps the grime from building up all that much. And so then ultimately, if everything just stays at a little bit of a higher level of cleanliness, then ultimately you actually spend less time having to scrub at grime that builds up. And don't get grossed out by the word grime. It happens to everyone. Don't be like, oh, I'm not cleaning. No, it's fine. Tip number 5 is make sure that you have the right cleaning tools. Do you find yourself going over the same spots of the carpet over and over because it's not getting everything out? Well, then you probably need a shrugger vacuum. If you have a shrugger vacuum and you only have to go over that area one time, that's ultimately going to save you a lot of time in the long run. It can be a little bit of an investment, but it's probably worth it. Something I found myself having to purchase recently was more microfiber cleaning towels because I was going through them so fast that I was literally having to stop cleaning because we only had a couple so that I could wash them and then start it over. That's time consuming, that's unnecessary. If you can just wash all of them at once and have had enough to get through your whole day of cleaning, it'll save you a lot more time in the long run. So definitely invest, if you can, into getting the right tools because it will save you time. Tip number 6 is to don't be afraid of new technology. This is a conversation I've had with a lot of people, and the reality of it is we're all a little skeptical of some of the new technology when it comes out. I don't just mean technology, I also mean like new formulas for cleaning things. You know, if we now know that there is a better way to clean the walls that's not going to take the paint off rather than just water, which takes a long time, then don't be afraid to try it. I know it can seem scary to try it because what if it damages your home, and I totally get that. Do a little bit of research, read about it, because if a product that's new is going to save you a lot of time in the long run, then it's probably worth taking 5 minutes to read about it and make sure it works for you. If it could end up saving you hours in your year using that product. I know a lot of people are scared of getting like the Roomba vacuum things. It could be worth it to try it for you, because what if that ends up saving you an hour a week, 2 hours a week if you vacuum a lot? It could be worth it. Not only is it investing in the right tools, but also just don't be scared of trying new things, new techniques, new technology, advancements. It can seem scary, but seriously, it can save you so much time in the long run. Tip number 7 is learn to do background tasks. So that's multitasking, but in an efficient manner. If you followed me around here for a while, you would know that I am opposed to multitasking because your brain has to switch back and forth between stuff. But with cleaning, it's a little bit different. Background tasks are totally acceptable, and they're a great way to save time. So, for example, if your microwave has a lot of gunk built up in it, and you want to use one of those little steamers, but they take 5 minutes, pop that in the microwave and then do some dishes while it's steaming rather than playing on your phone or just sitting and watching. Same with keep laundry cycling in the background, you know, have the machines running while you're doing other things. If you can get those time-consuming background tasks going and then clean other more active tasks at the same time, it's going to help you. Same with, you know, if you need to soak something to clean it. Do that in the background task, let it soak, let it steam, let it wash, whatever, in the background while you do other tasks, rather than being like, oh, well, it's soaking, I can't do anything else. I'm waiting for that, you know. Stay on top of doing background tasks. It will help you ultimately throughout the course of your day spend less time cleaning. Tip number 8 is the final tip, and it is to think about cleanliness when you make new purchases. So let's say that you need to get new pots and pans or new plates or anything cookware or dishes related, and you're choosing between a couple options. It's definitely worth it to take into consideration how long that product is going to take you to clean. You know, if one product is dishwasher safe and one isn't, even if the one that isn't dishwasher safe might be a little bit cuter, it's probably worth it in the long run if you want to spend less time cleaning to just get the dishwasher safe one. Same with pots and pans. There's certain ones that are a lot easier to clean than others. Get the ones that are easier to clean. It's something, you know, we're talking about some house remodeling projects. That's the thing that we're seriously considering is the cleanliness factor. Is, you know, certain types of floors are easier to keep clean and take less time to keep them to the same level of clean. Serious things to consider if you want to spend less time cleaning. If you find yourself constantly cleaning and it's exhausting you, then make sure that you understand that, you know, you might have to sacrifice a little bit of some visual appeal in order to keep things clean, and that's totally fine, that's totally acceptable, and that's honestly a great thing to do. Guys, that is it for this video. I apologize, I do see that the sun is kind of hitting on me. I promise I'm working on the lighting situation in this room. Thank you for sticking with me and bearing with that inconvenience there. I appreciate all of you guys. I hope that these tips were helpful and everyone is staying safe out there. Bye!